Good evening, wherever you might be. Um, I'm your humble host, Mr. David Nall, and also known as Hawkeye Two Feathers. And I continue to pray that each and every day that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the blessings from the many, many places in the universe. And with that said, hello and greetings. It's been some strange days here lately, hasn't it? And so some of the advanced strangeness that seems to be upon us, I was thinking yesterday is like, man, they're calling ETs like, come on down. But all right, I'll go with that. Come on down. Let's get this over with. It would be so easy for Trump just to say, ladies and gentlemen, ETs are real. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And exit stage left. All right. But, that's not happened yet still. They're having all these people go in and they want to have, I think it's Friday that they're going to start, and having folks come in and talk to the Congress again. And here's the thing: I will be 73 in 21 and a half days, and in my 73, 72, and some odd, almost 73, I have yet to see a congressional anything result in anybody going to jail. Now, I know that they prosecuted folks outside, and they send it to DOJ to think about, and then they think about, and then somebody else has got to think about it over here, and then the congressional thing, a jig, a mig, a bee. But you know what? There's a grand jury. There's a grand jury for the Russian collusion thing. There's a grand jury. Do you know what that means? Hey, E.T., I'll be last. Dave, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm very honest and sincere about this part. Um, and I will be with you in a month. I would like a cigarette, and I have run out, and my last pack is up there. Get up there. And I don't like that light per se. But hey, Barry. Oh, which moon? There you are. So that didn't take me long, did it, for the turnaround? So, I forgot where I was. Um, oh well, it'll come back around if it's meant to be. So today has been nice with a few surprises, let's say. I feel stupid that somebody made me a video for me. And 5 months ago, actually, with my name in the title, you know, and it's like Dos Equis. Dos Equis. Dos Equis. You know, Dave, what do you mean? Dos Equis. So, Dave, how do you feel today? Dos Equis. Oh, I'm gonna Dos Equis. Um, when I when I when I want to fly, I'll get on my three wheeler and I turn on the key and I wait for the battery to show where it's at, so I know I got enough green. Dos Equis. I have laying down and listening to it. Oh well, but so I was thinking, you know, there are a lot of people out there. A friend of mine is going in on Friday. They are going to cut him from here to there. He has a very serious condition. This is not a joke. He has a very serious condition in that his arteries have gotten messed up with his bowels. And he's unable to produce poo poo the way he should, which is horrible when you're 71 years old. Okay. Very, very, very nasty when that does not happen. And blood starts backing up in your stool, and blood starts backing up in your aorta, and blood starts not flowing correctly. And the heart condition that you have is going nutso. So they're going to have to cut him open. There is no shortcut. And do the best to correct him. It is a very, 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 very serious operation. And he is my brother from another mother. Just lost one brother a couple of months ago. And now here's my other brother, Brad, from another mother. And my sister called me and she said, I'm going to the hospital. It's a long drive. It's a 4-hour drive. She's going to go up to Shands Hospital in Gainesville, Florida, and be with his wife because she's all by herself. And they're putting him under Friday, which they didn't know whether they were going to be able to do it this week or not. But his condition is so serious, they have shuffled some people around as far as surgery and doctors go. So I'm praying for my brother, Brad. Would ask that if you got a moment that you could spare a prayer. A lot of other people who are needing help, right? And I've been listening to folks talk about med beds, by the way, which sort of brought some of this up. And oh yeah, this person had a right frequency, and this old lady sat there and she felt real well when she got back up. And I'm like, good. And then I thought, How many little old ladies are out there that are hurting, that could really use a med bed to help them out in their their retirement years? And me, myself, and I would love to have a med bed work on me. But I'm like, I have learned how to get around with pain for so many years now. It's like I'd almost not know what to do if I didn't have the pain, right? So, but what about these little old ladies in their twilight years? Could they go into and if med beds were allowed and med beds were everywhere, and there, if med beds were here and there and everywhere, people would be lined up to use them, right? And so, ET, if you're listening, I volunteered to be last. Now, people are going, Dave, what are you talking about? Well, if the med beds are true, and if ET's going to bring the med beds, and if the ET's going to bring the med beds and people are going to start using them down here, then that's good. But they're going to be people pushing and shoving to want to use one of them because they think they hurt worse. They think their pain is worse, so therefore they should go first. Somebody's going to go first. Oh, me. Somebody's going to have money. And they're going to get to go first. Good. Get them out of the way. So, but later on down the line, there's going to be little old ladies, and there's going to be women that are 34 years old and have some, some female issues, and then there's going to be a 70-year-old woman who's got female issues, and the doctor is going to have to make a determination. Well, Liza, you're only 37 years old, and there's your, oh God, how old is that old bag over there? Well, I'll tell you what, maybe that we should allow you, since you're so pretty and you so much younger. We need to have pretty younger people on this planet taking care of stuff. Did you ever thought about procreating? And oh, hush over there. They'll bring your oatmeal in a minute now. And so, why don't you come on down and we'll fix you up. Just lay down here on this bed, and we will cure everything that ails you, Miss Liza. The old lady in the corner is like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so who goes first? It's a serious question. How many they got med beds? Okay. Let's just assume that there really are med beds. All right. That's assumption. All right. And we're not going to go, well, where did they come from? And there are med beds and they exist. Period. That's where we're starting from here on this, So, oh my God, it's a 20. Holy mackerel. Did somebody try to remind me? If not, shame on you. It's time to, let's share a 20, my friends. So, in thinking about what was going on, and thinking about how there I am apt to be the last person in line a lot. Because of the pushing and shoving, then it's me, and I want to get that piece of steak or whatever it is. So uh, um, people push up. First. I love you, Marcia. I do. She passed on. She had to be first. Oh, she had to be first in everything. And you know what? Didn't do her damn bit of good. Honest to God, in the long run, in her mind, she had to be there on time, 10 minutes ahead of time. In her mind, she had to be first in line so she could get whatever great benefits of whatever. And she usually got cheated. Um, so me, I would stand back and watch the line progress in front of me. And I would say, those people are in that person over there. And oh, look, they just pulled out a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. And y'all don't get none because you already done been through the line. So Martha would say, how come you got a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts? Because y'all already been through the line. And they found the box with the donuts in it. And there wasn't nobody around. So they started giving us each a dozen donuts. So sometimes being in first in line was not copacetic. She was always hollering at me, I can't believe you got more than me. And I can't believe you got such and such. And I'm like, so hang out at the end of the line with me. So riding along in my calaboose, I was thinking about what I'm going to lose. Do I want to put my bid in? Lord Jesus, help me with my back. I could, a med bed to fix my back. I would feel like spring chicken again, right? But I'm going to put my what? Yeah, but who in the fudge am I? I'm a fudge-o-matic. What do you mean, Dave? In the grand scheme of things in the cosmos, I am but a tiny little speck down here on Earth that living down here in the South as like, in the swamp. A lot of other people going to be pushing and shoving to go first. A lot of people going to, if them things is real, and they start saying, ooh, med beds, sign up now. People, if you think a rush at Walmart's on Black Friday is something to be scared of, do not put in for wanting to be the first in line of a med bed. So now, where does that put me in the grand scheme of things in the universe? Well, in the grand scheme of things in the universe, as a shaman in training, I'm trying to my best to learn how to give to others in ways I never thought of. So, Hawkeye, what does this? Hey, E.T., I volunteer to be last. Dave. Is this some egotistical nonsense that you're trying to put forth? No. No, not at all. From my standpoint, I'm like, I'm okay. I got pain. I'll share a 5. Dos Equis. So I don't want to push to be at the beginning of the line. So do I want to meet, you know, whoever it is who's been chiming in over the years and that has helped me to develop as a human being, and to the spirit guides who have kept me from committing suicide, and to the spirit guides who have guided me and continue to guide me in things of the universe. Like how not to get my nose burned on a pipe that's too short for my face. But happy 20, y'all. But for the universe, though, how many other, I'm just curious, how many other people would give up their seat, as it were, to be first 100 people to, be cured by a med bed? I don't want to be a guinea pig. That thing might misfire or something. It might take, but it might take my arm off. I mean, I don't know what that thing's going to do to me. Don't put me in there. Okay. So when do you want to go? I don't know. I think 25 sounds like a good round number. You squeeze me in about 25. I think I could do that. That give me a chance to see it. People go by. And if it's really going to be nasty, I'll wait to be number 50. Number 50. You hear me now? I'll be number 50. Hum there. So for me, again, in the cosmic realm of things, and you go, okay, let's shut up about that stupid stuff. The cosmic realm of things. No, but it's important. The cosmic realm, the consciousness. How are you dealing with your consciousness? What are you talking about, Dave? Well, you see, if in your brain you are consciously always wanting to be first, front of the line, give me first. I want it. I deserve it. I'm standing here. I got here first. Therefore, I deserve it. Do you really? Now, if you don't know, I'm thinking of my friend who has passed away. Martha, come sue me. Did it do you any good to be first? And all them places, all them times that you wanted to be first, did it do you any good? I'm talking to her out here because she's passed away. Then, as far as I know, they cremated her. So she is so much dust in the wind. But so several years ago, somewhere along the line, I think it was when I started admitting to myself that I actually was a shaman in training, and that actually I really was studying to learn about the universe, and that yeah, I am a shaman in training because as I reach certain points in my life, it's much like Cliff High, in that when you learn stuff and you hear stuff and you live through stuff, because I might actually be a little bit older than Cliff High. Not that I'm pulling rank on the guy now. Don't get me wrong. I love listening to him, unless I've listened to him twice before. The third time's a little rough. But anyway, I'm kidding. But so how many of you would stand up and go, you know what? You know, there's an old lady on the bus, right? And she needs to sit down, and you're sitting there occupying your space, and you look up from playing solitaire on your cell phone, like I do, and I go, "Oh, look, there's a little old lady that looks like she better stand up." And I go, "Well, you know, I can barely stand up myself, but she's a woman, I think, by my definitions, and I think she should sit down. That would be the gentleman's thing to do. That would be the polite thing to do. So I would stand up and, madam, or, you know, would you please sit down? My back, I got a bad back, but I'll make it. I'm going to pray to God she gets off at the next step and I'm going to get that seat back. But I got up and willingly gave that woman a seat. Old granny lady needed it. You know, she got all of her stuff and things. And, you know, yeah, I'm not hurt. Yeah, you know, but I'm a tough old bastard. Give the lady the seat. Gallantry from way back when. I can't stand it. But I'm eat up with gallantry in that way. I can't stand it. Somewhere along the line, I still have that, you know, protector mode. Um, Graduated Tampa Catholic at 1970, bottom of the class. Um, that our mascot is the Crusader, the protector, you know, the shield and the sword, the protector. And I feel that way, you know. I do feel like, you know, I'm still a crusader, and I am sort of like the Knights Templar in that, you know, I want to try to guide and help and do whatever I can, and, you know, with people and in my limited way, but I still want to do it, you know. So, would I give up my seat on the bus if me and my bad back, knowing that I hurt, would I give up my seat on the bus to an old lady who's as old as me and needs it just as bad? Or would I sit there and just nod and go, yep, I hurt too, and commiserate with her, you know? Which is the best thing? Now the next question is, I know you're begging to, why does this matter? It has to do with the long walk. Has to do with the long walk. There's a couple people that know what that means. And the long walk, there are different levels of the long walk. The long walk is when you make a decision and it's a hard decision. Maybe it's that you volunteer to be last for whatever. I volunteer to be last for what? I don't care what you got. Last one in line, what you got? Well, we're going to clean out the plate, so we're just going to glob some stuff on your plate and go happy. I used to work in the kitchen, I know how that stuff goes. I'm going to get more food than everybody else in the whole place because I don't mind a little stink on a little side piece of bread over there. Put it on, Junior. What? There was a fly on that butter? Wipe his feet off that butter. I'm going to put it on that piece of bread nobody wanted. Yep, I don't care. So, future events are coming up. Been listening to a lot of other bloggers. And they're talking about, and most folks are talking about ET, right? That's all right. Come on down, friends. There's a place in the yard out there, careful of the wire. So folks are already trying to figure out is like, well, first they're going to bring down the beds. And then, but they got to bring down, this is Star Trek. They got to bring replicators down, because if they bring replicators down, then we can make our own stuff. We can, order what we want to eat, and we don't have to worry about distributing food, because there's going to be this replicator. And if you're hungry, all you got to do is come up here. You want a piece of pie, push pie, and boing, there's a piece of pie. Everybody wants pie, bing, bing, Or are they going to bring food to distribute to all the hungry people, to the little old ladies who are hungry, to the little old men who are hungry, to the little old people who are hungry? Are they going to bring a replicator down? And then they're going to bring replicators down. And then there's going to be the middle class folk whose their pantry is full. And they're like, well, I get to be first in line to get a replicator now. I'll let somebody else go in front of the line there, because I don't have any aches or pains. Hey, Katniss, how I love you too. And big hugs to you. Witch Moon. By the way, I will send you an email. But there is something that I would like to talk to you about. But I would like for you to call me or me to call you. It's something that I need to discuss. And all my rowdy friends have settled down or died. And something profound has happened. And I don't have anybody to bounce it off of. It's very profound to me. I would gladly let anyone go before me. I volunteered to be last. Last in what? Well, med beds. Everybody else, go on. Get her done. And when you're done, I'll come in. When everybody else has been fixed, feels good, got a big old smile on their face that ain't got nothing to do with Botox, then I, Hawkeye Two Feathers, aka Dave No, will then jump on that med bed to fix my, get myself fixed. Dave, are you trying to be so full of ego that other people are going to be like, oh, yeah, prayers for my friend Brad. Absolutely. He's my brother from another mother. And what it is when we moved to Florida in 58, he lived on the street behind us. And we started playing whatever we were playing there in the field between our houses. Then for the next bunch of years, we were neighbors. And we have been neighbors and friends ever since. And so, therefore, he is my brother from another mother. And his mother just recently died. She was 80s, not 89 or 90. She lived a long time. And not too bad of a, she had a fair and decent life. I mean, but now he's had heart trouble for a while, and they're going to have to open him up and try to fix him. They said he was in bad shape, and it was a nasty, bad operation. Going to have to resection some of his bowels. They're going to have to reduce some of his arteries in his chest. I mean, no offense, Brad, but I'm glad it's you and not me. I mean, that's a bad thing to say. I've had enough done to me in these last 3 years. Somebody else's turn, but this is serious. So, but anyway, we have to put that energy, put it forward. We don't have to. But in the grand scheme of things of like, why would I volunteer to be last? It's because I realize I'm not in a hurry. If I'm going someplace, it's probably to the grave, and it's like, well, wait a minute now. And if somebody thinks I'm special enough to pull me off to the side and say, hey, you get to go through the handicap line, get up there. Okay, I'll go. But I will still say, is there anybody else that needs to go before me? And you may say, Dave, I don't believe you'd say that. Then you're wrong. So in my thinking about this, I absolutely mean what I'm saying. How many other people would get up and give up their seat on the bus to help somebody else, but is just a little bit more needy? And that for whatever reason, you should step back and allow them to go before you or before somebody else or whatever. Let them go. Boom. How long does this take, mister? The machine. Well, it takes about 10 minutes there, mister. About 10 minutes, you just jumped up feeling good as hell. Okay. Some people are much sicker and in worse shape. Sometimes they take 2 trips. Okay, nice to know. But but the med beds, everybody perfect. Everybody like them. Everybody gonna get, okay. Well, I'm gonna stand off here to the side and let this crowd of folks who are pushing and shoving, let them get on first. And then when the coast is clear, let me know and I'll go. We sure are kind there, mister. No, I just don't like a crowd pushing and shoving. And I don't see much need in fighting with somebody else to go first. I'm so happy that I'm still breathing after all of these years. I am euphoric. I'm stable. I got to take my meds here in a little bit. I got a half hour. I take my meds and I'm stable. My heart's still pounding. I got my Metropol, refilled at the drugstore today. So, what I got to worry about? Fall is coming, temperature's dropping. My birthday's coming up again. Damn it. It'll be the end of my 72 year. But I can look back on my year of 72 with fondness. And I got a very big surprise last night. It's been out there for 9 months, but I didn't find it. I couldn't follow the breadcrumbs. And something last night, yesterday, I followed the hints. The angels led me to the hints. And I was able to find Dos Equis. Dos Equis. Dos Equis. It's an inside joke. It's an inside thing. But it's really good. So, so with fall coming up, for some reason I'm on this kick. Who would give up their seat, right? And I'm not trying to ask you to answer, but there are so many people out there, especially in our United States, and there's so many folks out there who feel privileged. Who is that? Wait, who is that? I can't see. I see Katniss, and who the hell is this? Sepulta Emmy, huh? Emineni. Blessings, and I'm glad that you are here. There's Katniss and Witch Moon. Witch Moon, did you hear what I said about that I need to speak with you, like talk to you, speak to you when Good Dogs, hey Good Dogs, what's up? I have a really important day today. Oh, is it like get a job, get a promotion kind of? Please, Lord, don't let them fire me. I'm laughing, but I laugh at about I laugh at a bunch of stuff, but that's not funny. Court. Oh, that's right. I think you said something about court. Just remember, if things feel like they're getting deep breath. Literally put your hand on your chest and take a deep breath and let it out slow. It doesn't help every time, but it helps in a bunch of times. And so it's better than panicking and losing control. So I wish good things for the transpiring of the court. That's a crazy way to say it, ain't it? No, but I have been looking over my lifetime, and God Almighty, the dumb shit that I've done, and the trouble that I've got into that had nothing to do with jail or killing or anything, but still got in stupid stuff. And ran out of gas, and you had to go do something, and you blah 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 blah. So there's all kinds of stupidity in this world, right? And for those of you who've been listening to me for a few years, you've heard me talk about some of my stupidity, and I probably still will talk about stupid stuff that I did. But why am I telling you this? Well, for humor, one, I could laugh at it, and maybe I can get you to smile, about some of my stupid antics as a younger man, or as an old person too. I pulled some bonehead things too in my old age. But so I say, because it's another one of my birthdays, that I go through this shit every year. Gonna look back over my life and it's like, so what can I do to improve my life in the future? Do I care? Do I give a shit about making my life better in the future? Should I care? Well, I got a short list, I don't have a long road to go down. That long road's getting shorter every day, Every time my heart jumps a beat and acts up, I go, well, that was a close one, okay here, I'm still breathing. Thank God, I'm still breathing. Where's my inhaler? I need one of these. Now I really do need one of these for real. And they got this little clock window. See that little, looks like a thermometer in a way. But those are how many puffs. And then, as the little thingy goes down, and I was like, what? 100, how many are in this thing? So anyway, I'll be huffing and blowing your house down in no time. All these new things that are coming out, all of the oh my gods that are like, that's trying to think of the word, disclosure. Oh, but that's disclosure, and that over there is disclosure too. Well, but people haven't really realized that disclosure has been going on for the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, seriously. the congressional things. Oh, now, do you believe, Mister, uh, are you trying to tell me you saw one of them, what you call them, an NHI or an NIH or something? Well, an ET that was dead on arrival. You saw his blood and guts all over the spaceship there, did you? Yes, sir. Did your superiors tell you to shut up, clam up, and otherwise sign an NDAA where they will kill your ass if you divulge any of this information? Yes. Well, tarnation, boy. Yes. Now what? Now what? I mean, really, now what? But everybody has been listening to the, oh my God. Is that thing out there? Is that a real Tic Tac? I didn't know Tic Tacs could fly. But that's a Tic Tac out there. Is that a Tic Tac on that screen? Yes, sir. Well, if there's a Tic Tac out there, well, bring it in here so we can eat the damn thing. I mean, well, sir, it's an unidentified flying object. Well, if we all know it's a Tic Tac, then it's identified. It's not a UFO. It's identified. It's a Tic Tac. Y'all bring it on in, and put it on to wherever it needs to go. It's a Tic Tac. Oh, they, right? So if anybody hasn't heard of the Tic Tac yet, it's all over the news. Lots of folks that talked about it. Lots of folks that heard might not understand it, but they've heard about the Tic Tac. I mean, even Granny, when she's sewing, she looks up and goes, "Hey, what's that about a Tic Tac? We getting dinner anytime soon, car." And so aliens, they're coming to get us. Can't help it now. That thing that's out there, that IA-3 Atlas thingy. Now, let's be perfectly clear. Avi Loeb, I listened to him again. Avi Loeb, he likes to talk about this extraterrestrial, this newcomer to our solar system. And he calls it, our alien visitor. And he says that he feels that this alien visitor has information for us. Now you have to catch up with Avi Loeb here, okay? Avi Loeb is in one of these think tanks, okay? And where they think about consciousness and where we are in the consciousness world. And so Avi's like, that rock has got a consciousness. And that consciousness of it, we can communicate with it. It's been out there floating around in interstellar space. And it's got nanoparticles on it carbon nanoparticles on it that, honest to God, this is how he feels about it, my friends. That those nanoparticles that are on it has new information because those nanoparticles that are on it come from way out yonder. And we just don't have carbon nanoites that look like that here in our solar system. Because our carbon nanoites have been recycled, rebranded, and otherwise, snuffed up and pooped out. But those nanoite things on that thing that just came into our solar system, it's fresh. It's got fresh nanites on it. And they're fresh. They're not old and gooey ones like we got here in our solar system. No. Those are fresh it's fresh stuff on whatever that thing is out there. It's coming this way. But whatever it's got on it, it's got stuff on it, little nanites. The building blocks of the universe. Their building blocks just come into our solar system, and their building blocks are newer than ours. They might look different than ours. This big long thing is, making everybody crazy down here. Lord, do you think maybe we should have thought about this just a little bit more before we turned Avi Loeb in the news media for him to run his mouth? We should have kept the boy in the back room for another month until it got to be September. Now, everybody's freaking out. Avi, we love you, but stop talking about talking to nanites. Lord have mercy. This is bad enough. That was weird. Anyway. So what's going on in the world? Exactly that. So listening to friends, watching folks, the three-eyed atlas thing, everybody's got a conjecture. So do I. And my conjecture is, at this moment, just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful ship, because we don't know yet. Well, it's showing this color and that color, and it's got a plasma half the size of the sun, and it's got a this and a that. Just calm down. Just calm down. Wait till it gets a little closer. Wait till you can actually see the damn thing, Not way out there where the best you can do is a blurry picture. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. But people are they're doing it on purpose. They're getting every one of you all riled up. And because you want to know right now what it is, because you have to know right now what that thing is out there. You got to know right now what the trajectory is and where it's going to do. What about all the other rocks that are running around out there outside our solar, not solar system, outside our atmosphere, like right out there in the sky? You're worried about something that's way, 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 way out there. But it's coming at us. I know. Calm down. Take a deep breath. There you go. Take a deep breath. We all wait till it gets a little, like, Jackson said during the War of 1812, down in New Orleans, and he said, "Wait till you see the whites of their eyes." And I think that's sort of what I'm looking at right now myself. It's not close enough to be able to make a judgment. That's it. Oh, but it can do with this, and Avi Loeb says of that, and it's got a this, and the alien thingamajiggy, and calm down till it gets closer, please. But it could be this thing over. It could be. It could be a giant douchebag that's come and been ejected from the Sagittarius constellation just because it could, right? Here's a big old turd sack, 150,000 miles an hour. That's the fastest turd taxi you ever did see in your life. Let me tell you, turd sack. They fly good at outer space. Turd sack. That is exactly what I said. Turd sack. But from all intents and purposes, from where we sit and where we're looking at it, it looks like a turd sack. So why are you getting your panties in a bunch over something that looks like a turd sack at the moment? Let it get closer so we can make a better judgment. That's all I'm saying. Use some critical thinking. Well, Dave, ain't you scared about the boss? What about the ET that's like riding that thing like an H-bomb, Okay. If ET wants to be out there and have strapped him or herself or themselves or their selves, to a some kind of spaceship going fast out yonder in space, let them have it. Let them go. It's a big world out there. It's almost a 20 again. Doggone it. Will you give up your seat on the train to allow somebody else to go first? Or you push and shove to try to be there? Now you say, well, Dave, ain't you talking about med beds? Well, maybe. Well, what you be talking about? Well, there are folks who they want to be first in everything. Apple wants to be number one. My Paramount subscription is going up. I don't know why. They make me watch commercials. And now I'm going, they're bumping me up. Everybody's going up again, except my salary. So going to have to say no to somebody is a no to, who is that? Johan John John. Katniss, F Kitty. I said hi to you, didn't I, F Kitty? God, I'm tired and trying to get stoned. So I asked a dear friend of mine yesterday, seriously, and it's like, Dave, Hawkeye, we're gonna talk to you now, Hawkeye. Okay, why are you doing this? What do you mean? Why do you have conversations? What are you doing here at, my clock says 12:15, so at middle of the night. What am I doing here? Why am I talking y'all up? What good is it doing me? Wait a minute. Whoa. I do this because I feel a god dog need to do it. And my spirit folks keep kind of pushing me out here and go have it. You need to go talk about this stuff, Dave. Okay. So here I am. So it's a long road, and it's a long walk on that road. And that road is where you've been. And at my age, the road from where I've been is a lot longer than the road to where I'm going. Well, Dave, that sounds kind of fatalistic. Well, we all got to die. I'm not trying to do it anytime soon, mind you. Got a friend of mine that's going to be in the hospital on Friday. I'm scared to death. So is he. So is my sister. We just lost a brother. We don't want to lose another one. But it is what it is in the universe. But if our consciousness is good, and if I can muster up all the healing power in my being and then some, I want that healing knowledge to be present in this consciousness right now and the consciousness on Friday, because I'm putting it out there. And he's in Shands Hospital in Gainesville, Florida. So it's like he's got good doctors. May their hands work miracles on my brother from another mother. So, but do we get our choice when we put our energy out there? The idea that our prayers, I believe in prayer. I believe in, putting it out there. I've had many prayers answered for other people. I pray this person has a good, a good surgery. I pray that this person's, young and heals. I pray that this, and I do a lot of that kind of praying. Ooh, John, Godspeed to your, what? It's just on to the next choose your own adventures. F Kitty, yes, ma'am. And in thinking about Edgar Cayce, which I have thought of for years now, and what he said about, this is what I read, I believe, that we as a spirit entity get to choose whether or not we want this assignment. And for a bunch of years, I thought to myself, did you read the damn contract, Hawkeye? Did you know you was going to have to do and get in all this shit? Do you get it? Yeah, well, I think I read some of it, I put an X on the paper, and the next thing I knew I was here. Oh, well, that sounds like a lot. But, Casey said that we get the opportunity to choose, to basically choose our assignments. And if it doesn't look like we really like the assignment, we can back out with nothing in the spirit world to dock us points. If we don't want to, I've often wondered, I don't anymore, but back in the day, I often wondered, maybe I should have just clocked out when I'm in this body. But get me out. Because, I was adopted right away after birth. And I was in 6 foster homes in 3 years before I was 3. And those are good memories, Blah, 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 blah. So it's but wait a minute. Yeah, but those are the things that make you you. Wait a minute. I had nightmares until I was 40. And you're going, well, that builds character. To have terror nightmares until you're 40? Because something that they did to you when you was 3? Wait a minute. That don't, but it builds character, Dave. Puts hair on your chest, Dave. Okay. No, it doesn't. Stop that shit. But anyway, I chose this, from I can see myself sitting up there somewhere and looking at the contract going, God dog it. I know this needs to get done. Could somebody else do it? Maybe. Do I need to get my butt down there on planet Earth and take up this, this role? What's in it for me? Well, Dave, Hawkeye, you get to have a walk. You get to have a really nice walk. And because I believe in reincarnation, the walk of life this time is what I make of it. And I'm going through a birthday crisis because I dream up shit about this stuff. I have already made up my mind that I need to do better. I haven't figured out how yet. But I just feel like there's something in the universe that says I can do better. And this walk has been a fun one. Dos Equis. Yeah, there's meaning in what I just did. I'm going to change this walk around. I'm going to make it more positive. I haven't been walking in a while because of my back. So that's one thing I'm going to change. I have to go, I got to walk again. I stopped too long on the side of the road. I got to walk again. There are things on down this road that I need to see. There are people down this road I need to meet. There are people down this road I need to speak with. There are people down this road I need to help. So I need to keep walking. All of us need to keep walking. It's healthy. It's heart healthy for sure. And I got to lose some more weight, dang it. Oh, is it? Is that time? Oh, thank you. Oh, I done lost my. Wow, man. Well, I can fill it up. No problem, but I lost it. So, the walk of life is one thing, and you could do, you could be walking through the streets of Paris. I don't know if I'd ever want to, but I think I'd rather walk through the streets of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga's a cool city. So walk through Chattanooga, Tennessee, and got your cane, and you're styling. You got your top hat on, and you putting on the Ritz. And everything is groovy, man. And you've helped people and you've moved on along and life is moving along and thing is okay. Putting on the Ritz. When I was younger and working on the carnival, there were folks there, older people, drunkards, and drunkards. It's more, everybody was drunk all the time. I learned how to do that at an early age, be a drunkard. But it was every day's a holiday. Correct, talk high. You must always try to remain what? Positive. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And sometimes you have to drag it along behind you. Are you being positive today, Mr. No? Yes, ma'am. It doesn't look like it to me. Well, I got a bunch of positive back here in this thing I'm dragging behind me. I just hung over from yesterday from all the bullshit I had to put up with. I'm positive, though. I swear to God, I'm positive. I'm positive. There's some positive right back there. And I'm just covered in bullshit right now, and it's going to take me a little while, teacher, to get it washed off. So, there's a lot of that going on these days, and it's like, for me, it's like, you watch some of these guys, politicians, other folks, and okay, I find out that I'm older than they are. It's like, wait a minute, you're only 68. Some bitch. I'm 72. How can I be older than you? I should come over there right now and kick your ass, for the dumbass things you've been doing. Why do you write checks that you can't, why is your checkbook not balanced? Can you tell me how your checkbook, why it ain't balanced? If my checkbook ain't balanced, I get fined by like a bunch of money and that I don't have. And so, well, yeah, that's the feds for you. Made up by a bunch of drunken sots in Jekyll Island, Georgia. We've had to put up them sons of bitches ever since, right? Them feds. And at 73 years of age, I can say I've been putting up with them sons of bitches, because I come to find out that I'm older than some of these people that are making these decisions. But they look old. You'd think they'd have some common sense. And I go, hey, there's a Joe Blow over there. Hey, you look like you got some common sense. Oh, shit. What is that on your face? Was that common sense? Holy crap. Well, he's wearing it up in his nose again, mama. Here's the interesting thing. If you think Armageddon's coming, I love it. I love it. I do. When autistic children are proving to be smarter than the CEOs of major corporations. What? Oh, yeah. When I worked with autistic children and folks back in the day, people would say, oh, there's nothing, but even the most severely retarded, that's the word, somebody was in there. Happy birthday. Yeah, another September baby, huh? How about that? Wait, FTD, you got a who else's birthday's in September now? I done forgot. I forget everything. You'll be 48. That's a good number. 48 plus 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. That's a prime number. That's a prime number right there now. So should we volunteer to be the first to go? Or hey, E.T., I'm serious. I volunteer to be last. You won't have to worry about me pushing and shoving. I'm telling you. I'm going to be sitting in the back watching. Seeing what's going on. But while I'm in the back watching to see what's going on, happy birthday, Kitty. Absolutely. I'm going to be praying. I'm going to continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. And one of the things in my old age, in my long walk that's not going to be so long, but my life has already been a long walk. 73 years I've walked this land. I ain't done yet. I might like look ugly as hell and my face is droopy, but I got a good spirit. I'm going to continue exercises. I'm going to continue doing. I'm going to continue breathing. I got to go in tomorrow at 11 to the hospital. For guess what? I got some more tests to do to see about my breathing. So, I love you. We need everybody. What? We need everybody covering the what? The oars on this ship. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Geminis too. Geminis can never make up your mind. So somebody slap that one over there in the corner and, hey, pay attention. Bam. Can't make up your mind? Shut up. I just made your mind up for you. You're coming along with us. You know, if that's going to be the way it is. Oh, man. Hey, oh, crap. There's a whole bunch of folks in here. Hey, X. I'm safe. I'm a Virgo. I get along with everybody. No, you don't. Virgos don't get along with Libras. I am a Virgo Libra. Want to fight? My pops was a Virgo, and his birthday is on the 19th of September, and I will probably do an honorarium for Pops, just because he adopted me and my sister, and he saved us from some, God, I saw some of the hell he saved us from. And so every year when it comes time for Pop's birthday, I remember him with, an honest to goodness, my hat's off to you, Arno. And wherever his spirit is, he had a gallant spirit. He adopted me and my sister out of a pathetic situation. Didn't care what the family said. He adopted us. And then he took charge of us. In other words, he clothed and fed us and educated us, or at least me. And he didn't have to. He volunteered. And so when he died, I was in his trailer going through his things, going through his mail, because he'd been in the hospital for a month, actually 3 months. And I kept looking at this, orphanage, boys orphanage, and we're missing your contribution. Boys orphanage. We're missing your monthly contribution. And he had 3 different orphanages, boys orphanages, that he was paying to in his very limited income as an old person. I'm like, what? I got some money left over, but I try to sneaking in over here or a little over there. And um, I, I don't want to say that I've been stingy, that I've been hoarding my own money, because insurance is a bitch and it costs a lot. Thank you, Danny, for the Jeep, but the insurance is atrocious and I have to have it. So, but in the grand scheme of things, our consciousness, in my humble opinion, does live on. And the short walk I'm on in this life, it just is what it is. But what can I do with the walk that I have left in my life? I turn around and look back on what I didn't do too good. I still got some life in me. Am I just going to sit back and, well, I tried, I did the best I could, and here I am now? Or, or maybe I try to figure out how to do something better. I have not a clue. But maybe, just maybe, I can figure out how to do something better. Just maybe. The other day I was fooling around and I wanted to know something, and I was going through my list of peoples that I have subscribed to. Holy mackerel, I got a bunch of them. It took me half a day to go down them. But I bumped into my old buddy Brian. And I was like, welcome to the Milky Way, Brian. And I can see a picture of him in my mind. And I could still hear him. But I had not heard him in a while. Welcome to the Milky Way. And I was looking to find out how long ago it was, right? 5 years. 5 years ago, roughly, that's what it says on the videos, right? So I picked one there where I was in it because I was looking to see how long my beard was. I had a reason, right? And I ended up hearing his voice, and then I just started crying. The old softy that I am, I miss him, damn it, I'm sorry how that worked out and that he passed away. And I'm sitting here because of all the conversations he and I had. And I know that he's had conversations with some of y'all too. But our conversations. And it's like, that we were going to try to figure out how to share the road together in the future. Because he had traveled all around with the Grateful Dead. And he's like, man, in our old age, talking and kidding around, and we need to travel around like the Grateful Dead. We need to go see people. We need to go, interject ourselves into their lives. And my dad passed at 60 from Agent Orange. I'm so sorry. I am. I've known so many people in my era, friends in the neighborhood who went, they came back all right, in body bags. And my buddy Joey that came back, there weren't any wounds in his body, but his brain was damaged. Vietnam hurt him, you know. Come on, all you big, strong man. Uncle Sam needs your help again. He got himself in a terrible jam. Away down south into Vietnam. Put on your books, pick up a gun. We're all going to have a whole lot of fun. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. There ain't no way to wonder why. We are gonna die. Country Joe and the Fish. Come on, all you big, strong men. Uncle Sam needs your help again. So I look at the way things were back then, poor dead in Ohio and all. And I look at the situations now, and back in those days, it was all about Black Americans trying to get their civil rights that they never got. Never, ever got. Gotten. Got. I'm not trying to be perfect English. So, but now there are blacks fighting, shooting, and killing in the streets. Why? Because they feel that, the man has been pushing hard on him. And that 60 fucking years later, the black man still is under the boot of whitey. Wait a minute, we had a black president. The Negro man is under the foot of a whitey, white supremacist. And then how come when you watch television, you ever watch commercials? Ain't no white people in them anymore. I'm sorry. I watched for a whole day. I was watching some programs, and only 1 out of 20 of them, their things that come on that they call them commercials. I don't know what the hell they are. That 1 out of 15 or 20 of them commercials has a white person in it. Oh, but us black people were under the rule of whitey. Are you kidding me? Are you still trying to use that? You got the same opportunities that the rest of us have. Hush up and just do something about it. But see, a lot of black individuals have made themselves millionaires and maybe millionaires, and isn't that wonderful, and free trade and free ideas? So what's wrong with the percentage of black folks who haven't figured that out yet? Look at all your brothers and sisters out there that are doing stuff. Look how much money Oprah is worth. She's got more money than God. She's not white. She ain't a Mexican. And what color is she, my friends? Black. Oh no, white supremacy. Oh no. What? Are you kidding? I mean, for real. So the only reason people have not excelled in their life is because they haven't tried. They haven't. Now, I tried my whole life, but I was in an economic down here in South Georgia. They, we had jobs at one time, and you could, if you lost a job, within a week you could have another one. When I lost my job, I never found another one. Because there weren't any. Oh, I could have moved to Atlanta maybe, or someplace, or Houston maybe, but no. And there used to be plenty of jobs for engineers and so forth around here. Now they're coming back slowly, but anyway. If you're a black person, then you feel that somehow Whitey has held you down, just pick your head up and look around. Get out of the hood first, because if you still in the hood looking for a role model, you're gonna lose, right? So you got to get out of the hood. You got to quit playing basketball for a minute. You got to go back to school and learn some stuff so that you are worth something. Dave, what did you say? We all have a worth. Every one of us. Well, why am I here? What am I doing? Well, because we all have some worth. And the great thing about it is you can choose damn near anything you want to do. I mean, these days you can pretend you're Katy Perry and go up into outer space, you know? I mean, look at the things that you can do. Look at the things that you can accomplish. You can be an Elon Musk if you want to. You can have 13 children, no problem. But look at Tyrus. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I apologize. You'll probably never watch this, but, anyway. A little humor. Yeah, I'm a comedian nobody knows about. So, should I worry about somebody else's walk of life? Should I worry about, hey, don't step that mud puddle, Frank Sinatra, fly me to the moon. I'm down among the stars. Yep. I had something I was going to say, and I'm really tired. Going to the hospital. Well, I didn't go to the hospital, but I did go to the doctor to get another blood test. And they're supposed to let me know in the morning. And then I have to be at the hospital at 11 for a test. That shouldn't take too long. And hopefully, with all the new information, especially after getting sick last week from the food poisoning, that food poisoning put me into Lord have mercy. It put my kidneys into, if they were fixing to shut down kind of thing. My kidneys, wait a minute. Whoa. I know I was sick for 2 days, but my kidneys are shutting down. Oh, yeah. That's what the big hullabaloo has been for this week. That the food poisoning a week ago hurt me so bad that it like to shut my kidneys down. I'm glad that didn't happen because there's a cascade effect that happens that I do not want to go through. So, but anyway, I'm very glad I have the doctor that I do. The nursing staff over there at the office, since I've been there for a while, they're younger than me. Everybody is now, damn it. But you know, they get busy, but they're hard at work. They're doing the best they can. You know, they care. They care about the patients. Mr. No, I'll call you first thing tomorrow, and I just go on home. And but you know, the doctor's out for the rest of the afternoon, and I'll call you as soon as I get the test back. Go on, you know, Miss Ma'am. So, but with authority, uh, you know, the nurses and the RNs and the office staff. I'm very, very, very grateful for these people. And so you say, well, Hawkeye, why are you talking about all this stuff? Well, it's because these folks that I rarely think about, I go to the doctor's office and I sit in a chair and play, you know, solitaire and listen to the office chatter, you know. And being in a small town, you know, you can bump into other people more frequently. And anyway, so it's like these people are my support group because I don't have any family up here. Everybody's dead or gone, you know. There's Rob, but he's got that other kid. He's, you know, he's really got his own issues. My next door neighbors, they're great, Miss Sheila and Ricky. But Ricky, when he fell and busted his wrists this last year, he can barely do anything with his hands. It's terrible. I'm gonna have to start helping him out, but I got to start walking better. But as neighbors, we're gonna help each other out. We've already talked about that. But there's a lot of things that both of us used to do, but neither one of us can do now. So in our old age, we need to find people that we can associate with. But not only associate with, but commiserate with, you know? Oh, hey, I didn't know you was in the chat there. Hey, Miss Sheila. Yeah, let me tell you, Sheila, my brother from another mother down in Tampa, who I grew up with, my sister and brother, we grew up with him and his family. He was the oldest boy of the group. And so I was the old brother. I was the oldest brother in our little neighborhood gang, if you will. And he's got to go in. He's already in the hospital, but he's got to go in for surgery first thing Friday. I don't know if there is a disease name for this, but inside his his blood vessels and his veins, blood vessels, and his bowels have gotten diseased. Uh, I can sort of see the veins in my head, in that, you know, the veins have gotten hard and the blood won't pass through, and because the blood won't pass through, his bowels aren't getting the blood they need for him to be able to defecate properly, and it almost killed him. He's in the hospital now, you know, on a morphine punch, and needs it. And so it's a very, 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 very serious operation happening for him on Friday. I know other people have issues too, but doggone it, we just had a funeral, sort of, and we didn't. And I talked to my sister yesterday, and we want to go to the cemetery where our brother is, because they didn't give us a chance. His family didn't give us a chance to have a funeral for our brother. And damn it, I'm pissed. Danny left me his Jeep and his 3-wheel cart and everything. That's a wonderful gift. I just hope I can maintain it at my hourly rate. The way the cost of everything, you know, I hope I can keep the Jeep. I hope I can keep the Jeep, at least for a while, you know. But but anyway, I thought I was going to hear from Ricky today, but I didn't. But anyway, got a new flavor. So yeah, you know, I'm not feeling down. I'm sad and I'm scared for my brother. He's got some of the best surgeons in America at Shands Hospital. And so it's like, we have to put our trust in the Lord. We have to put our trust in the universe. We have to put our faith in the universe. Do you believe? I believe. I believe 110%. But here's the thing, and this is what I'm scared about, you know. Is my belief strong enough to heal him? What? Is my belief strong enough to heal him? Because in my book, I'm working as hard as I can, energies, whatever's, the prayers. Take care of my brother, Brad, you know. I know there are a lot of other people with problems and cancers, and they're dying. I know. And I'm praying for them too. I swear I am. But when it hits home to your family, it's like, I'm going to be selfish. because my brother from another mother, Brad, deserves a little one-on-one and a straightforward, I'm a Hawkeye two feathers, and I demand that the universe I ask the universe to heal my brother Brad. You heard me what I just said. I demand to the people in this universe who demand things. I demand that God should heal my, you know. Nah, I don't demand anything. I'm so grateful to the Creator. I'm so grateful for the little things that I have. I'm so ever grateful every single day when I wake up and I can breathe. So I'm just going to have to I'm going to have to put my faith in the universe. Put my faith in the universe that is the Creator. Let the universe and let my prayers guide those doctors on Friday. And may at least one angel stand over his operating table. You can only move a path that, oh crap, that is at a crossroads, but have a map. It is your job to put it out there just in case it is. But the rest is up to the universe. From what I read there, it sounds like, yep, you've been acknowledged, brother. Keep your faith. Oh, John, I got my faith. I just, my brother Danny passed away, and I got the Jeep. And every time I look in the yard, I try not to think about my brother, but there sits the Jeep, And I wanted to go fishing with him one more time, see. And so, brother Brad, we had plans. We were supposed to go down on the Swanee River. He lives like a mile from the Swanee River. So when I went down to pick up the Jeep, we were supposed to go out on his pontoon boat on the Swanee River and go out to the ocean. And weather was bad. And then I screwed up the title. And then something else. Oh, that's right. I got sick. So we didn't get to go out on the boat. And I came home to Georgia. And so he's called me several times, and we had talked about it, that birthday in September. Here we are in September. Come down on your birthday. My sister's going to come up from Dade City. And I'm going to go down and don't know what now, But he was going to host me for my birthday and cook out steaks on the grill, go cook them out on the pontoon boat out there, and he's like, I just want to sit in my seat and sit there, and I just want to drive. I just want to ride on my ride. And he's like, I hope I'm going to be well by then. And he said, hell, I'm hoping I make it through this operation okay. Yeah, because the operation's between me and my birthday, time-wise. And so when I talked to my sister, I still want to go down to Florida if I can. A few hours drive, I think I can make it, It takes about a half a tank of gas. I think I can afford that. But now I have to consider that my brother from another mother, he's going to make it. But how he is on the other side, because he's in really bad shape now. And sometimes when people are really bad on before they go in, like really bad before they go in, like really, really, really bad, it's harder. And it makes that, it makes when they try to come out and try to overcome that which took them down, that it's that much harder. So anyway, that's what's on my mind. And I'm going to continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. It's going to work out. I just need some rest and sleep, and I need to go pee, and I need to go get something to chew on, and I need to have some more. Anyway, until next time, my friends, please be safe. If you can, look out at, help your fellow mankind person out. Help a fellow human being out if you need to. That Kitty and John, I swear I love y'all, I do. Cosmic hugs. Go Beckley Tebby. Doseki. Doseki. Cheers. Until next time, I love you. Be safe, y'all. Cheers. You should go fishing and throw a fish or a bowl or a Oh, Montfort, how I did not see you sitting back there. Well, blessings to you. Man, it's so good to see you hanging back in there. Witch Moon, I honest to God, I need to talk. I need a voice. I need to talk. Are you still willing? Say yes or no. Before I try to hold your feet to the fire and say yes in an email. Oh, don't worry about it, Mumford. Not a bit. No. I was just so glad to see you. Honest to goodness. I have to come on late at night sometimes because, the the other side of the planet, the other side of the world, and some of you folks come up and so I don't mind doing it in the middle of the night. It's really not too bad middle of the night, but it just makes me happy that I can connect with you. I can see you out there in the universe and give you a thumbs up. I want to do a card reading night soon. I gotta get my blood back to where it needs to be. Been giving me hell, Oh no! And we've just had folks pass, and we have a brother from another mother who's in for very, 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 very serious surgery on Friday. Yeah, and the thing is that a week ago when I got food poisoning, it screwed up my kidneys so bad. If my kidneys had shut down, I would have been dead. I'd have been in the hospital. I'd have been dead because my kidneys was crashing. That was close. I mean, I'm serious. My doctor was frantic. He's like, no, 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 no. And so was the nurses too. They were like, no, Mr. Dave, mm-mm. So I saw you saw my pain yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, cosmic hugs, dear ones. I really got to lay down and I got to take my meds, and otherwise Chloe's going to kill me. So I love you. I love you. Love you. Continue to be the good people that you are. I'm so proud to know you. I mean it. So until next time, because I'll just start crying again. Until next time, my dear friends, please be safe.